Hi, I'm Mike Ryan. In our ongoing series on updating foreign turquoise in the U.S. marketplace, today we're going to look at Mexican turquoise. Now, Mexican turquoise is defined by an arbitrary national boundary separating a copper belt between what's in the United States and what's in Mexico. And this copper belt runs from the Tyrone copper mines outside of Silver City, New Mexico. And if you go about 60 miles due west to Morenci, you have another large copper mine. Then going south about 50 miles or so to Bisbee, another large copper mine there. Then another 60 miles or so south to Nugget, very large open pit copper mine there. And turquoise, of course, has been associated with these copper formations. We've had production out of Mexico, out of the Nugget mine since the 1980s. Of course, if we go back to prehistoric times, we know that there was trading between Mesoamerica and the turquoise miners of the ancestral Puebloan who were operating in the Southwest. But in modern times, really from about the 1980s, we started to see a lot of Mexican turquoise in the U.S. marketplace. The first thing we have is to associate a place name, Nugget, which is the copper mine. And here we have a nugget that I have. I got this from Rick Harris. And you can see here quite a bit of pyrite in here. You have this very characteristic light blue with a lot of pyrite in the nugget. And we can see this. This is just full of turquoise and full of the pyrite in there. Very characteristic of the Nugget turquoise. So another area we have associated with Mexican turquoise is the turquoise from the Campitos claims near Cananea. And this is, it's northwest, maybe 30 miles or so northwest of the Nugget claims. Now, almost all of the Mexican turquoise that we have coming into our marketplace is treated, and it's either stabilized or enhanced with the Zachary process, and that is by Sterling Fouts. Of the Campitos claims, we see a photo here from Sunwest Silver, and we can see some very beautiful blue colors in that. We have to talk about the marketing names with Mexican turquoise because this can get very confusing. You have these place names, the Campitos claims near Cananea, the Nugget, but then you also have names like Sonoran Gold, which is a marketing name for different mines from the Campitos area. And the Sonoran Gold may be enhanced or it may be stabilized. We see in this photo from Sunwest Silver, beautiful greenish look for Sonoran Gold. Then in a next photo, we're going to see some Sonoran Mountain turquoise from Sterling Turquoise, and this has more of a bluish look to it. So of course, when you're treating turquoise, there's lots of things you can do with that turquoise when you start adding color dyes and other ways to alter the color and the hardness of that turquoise. One confusing marketing name has been Morenci 2, leading people to think that it is somehow associated with the Morenci mine in Arizona. And it isn't. It's coming from the Nugget mine. But because it had a lot of pyrite in it, and the Morenci is often associated with pyrite, marketers decided to call it Morenci 2. And it is really quite misleading. Another name that has come out is Blue Ridge. This is more recent. This again is Campitos turquoise, and it's being called Blue Ridge. Now, Blue Ridge to me means the old Orville Jack claim in Crescent Valley. And we see in this photo here from Sterling turquoise, this Blue Ridge. It is blue, but it really has nothing at all to do with Nevada and those Nevada claims, which is a very rare turquoise to find. When I was checking on this, one of the sales outlets was saying, oh, it's in southern Arizona, claim in southern Arizona. Well, yeah, it's southern, like about 30 miles south of the border of Arizona. So be careful when you're buying Mexican turquoise. You can really be pretty sure that it's either it's Nugget, it's Campitos, something from one of those areas, and it is going to be treated. Current production, Russell Twyford at RG Turquoise says he'll do about 12,000 kilograms this year, and that's down from about 20,000 kilograms in the year 2000. So production is down, prices are up. Russell was saying that he's now charging $25 a pound for treatment as opposed to $10, and that's largely because his chemical costs are gone up so much. With RG Turquoise, he also has compliance issues because he's one of the few treatment facilities that is actually in compliance with environmental and other business regulations. There are some new mines that are coming up in Mexico. One of them is the Maria mine, and that has a look much like Sleeping Beauty, and the Eliza mine, which is mostly a green turquoise. And there is natural turquoise coming from those mines. So there is some natural turquoise available, but you can be sure it's going to be very expensive and very difficult to find because it's just so much easier to treat all your material. So it's becoming more and more difficult to obtain turquoise. We're seeing that in the United States marketplace. Production is down, especially for natural turquoise. And there are more and more restrictions coming from the international marketplace. Russell Twyford was telling me that it's very difficult now to get Egyptian turquoise because the Egyptian government, for some reason, has started to restrict export of the turquoise. As we've mentioned in our videos on Persian, on Iran, there are many problems there with the corruption and with the inflation, and so difficult to export material for treatment from that area. So Mexico is again an important part of our turquoise marketplace, in the treated marketplace, and will continue to be so, but there are challenges ahead.